Hello Libra, I'm Melanie Florence, and this is a hot tea relationships reading. Alright, so I usually do this as like a general, and I've decided this month I'm going to do them as like a full reading for each star sign. So this is going to be for Libra. So what it's going to do is going to build up the energies for you, and then where did it come from, where's it at, where's it going sort of energies. First we're going to build up with some other cards, right? And then see where it leads, right? What is the relationship energy for Libra this month? Alright, decided I'm in lockdown, so I'm going to do a few different readings. And I do a relationship tea, and I do, which is the hot tea, and I do a sweet tea with sweet hot tea, which is for self-love, meandering pathway. Alright. So this is where we go with the flow. This is like tapping into the universal flow of it all, right? So we've got a meandering pathway, where that leads, where that's going, right? And so this is about that. We're following the flow, following the lead of where we go through the forest, following our own path. You know, we're not necessarily following where the lead is. We're going the untrodden path. Where are we going, Libra? You're going with the flow, right? We're going with the universal flow. What are we tapping into? So, oh, 2. The equator, to make equal. Look, that's a very Libran card. The balance, to make equal. Your feminine, masculine, your dark and your light. Here we are. So we want to make some sort of balance to make equal. Very Libra of you. And the rock, that's something that's got endurance and it's ensuring, right? And so you're tapping into the flow to make things equal, to have a balance in your life, because you want something that's really enduring, right? You've got your roots and you're holding onto those roots with the rock in there. All right. Planting your tree, making something with endurance. Nice stable energies. One more. What have we got for Libra? Ooh, the desert and Anima Mundi. All right. So this is like when we remove our emotions for things. We're reaching for stuff. We're reaching for guidance and stuff. You might feel like, when you're finding this balance, that you're tapping into some dry parts of yourself, the desertous parts, and you're reaching out and trying to get some enlightenment, new moon stuff. All right, and Anima Mundi, this is really tapping into everything around you. Right? And you can see it in that card. It's really like working on your experience, really being in the moment, really tapping into all the different parts of the divine inside of there, and you're meditating on that in the middle of that. So this is a meditative space without emotion. All right, so you're balancing it all out, really tapping in this meditative. You've got a rock in the desert, between a rock and a hard place. All right, so we're going to do a relationship. So we're going to build up 3 cards for you for how you got here, and 3 cards for them and how we got there. And then we're going to do the love energy in the middle. So 3 cards. All right, so we'll take that 1, 2. Oh, that's interesting. 1 more for Libra. 3. What do we got? All right, for Libra. All right. Energy. So this is like energy. This is like communications, little forms of communications, a little bit of dancing in the flow. There might be text messages, there might be emails that you've been communicating, and you've been tapping into that, really talking together. Because this is a new voice. You're expressing yourself in a new way and you're communicating yourself. So this is new forms of communication. It could be a new job inside of here. All right. New course, new way of thinking, right? Because you've been reflecting on your life. You were reflecting on your life and you were looking at it at the way it was and looking at it from a different perspective with the emotions removed, and you're having a look at it and what it actually is. So we're on a very communicative level because you've been sitting back, and that's how you came into this relationship, Libra. All right, so you were looking at your life and the perspective of it, and you really have been now opening up some doors and really communicating with people. And there's a lot of text messages, there's a lot of stuff coming around. You still sit, that's how you came into this situation. All right, where are they at? How did they come into this situation, Libra? 2, 3. Okay, so they came into this with the 6 of emotions. All right, so reconnecting with childhood things, reconnecting from the past. This could be a past lover that you're reconnecting with, but this person is reconnecting with childhood things. They may have reached out, or they're reconnecting with their inner child, right? Reconnecting with dreams from the past, perhaps. And then they're bored, right? They're not seeing the attraction of themselves. So a spot where they weren't seeing themselves as the emotional center of their life. They're really bored and they can't see the joy necessarily inside it that they're sitting inside, right? They're missing the joy of themselves. This is a real meditative spot, though. Sometimes this is just no drama llama. They've got nothing going on. They're really thinking about their past emotions. They're talking about their past connections and stuff. They're not really in the now in their emotions. But they're inspired. They're inspired and they're driven and they are impassioned. It's impassioned by their desires, and they're impassioned in a real effeminate way that they really want to take it on. And so, this passionate woman comes forth inside of it all, even though they're not necessarily, they're thinking about the past and they're not loving themselves a lot. They're impassioned by their desires and they're impassioned by their spot in this. All right, so what's the middle energy between you guys? There's a world changing. Like the world was changing. It has been for a while. This card comes up a lot at the moment. But this is, things moving forward. World chance, really, the seasons changing, how we walk our path in things, that the world can change and we can make an impact. But this is really making an impact. The Chariot. It's really embracing it and taking on very driven energy to take it on and change the world in there. All right, you two have got something interesting when you've connected. All right, Libra, one more card for how we got here. One more card. For how we got here. And there's an attraction. There's an attraction between. So even though that they are not feeling attracted to the world, they've been attracted to this situation. All right, and they're attracted to you, obviously. All right, so you guys have found it an attraction, this spinning of the wheel, this driven force inside of it all, Libra. Okay. All right, that's how we got here. Where are we? And there's been a lot of willpower, a lot of drive, and a lot of force, and a lot of impassioned force inside of that, how you got here. All right, where are you now, Libra? Looking out. You're looking out for choices. You're looking out for inspiration. You're looking for the divine choices inside of this, making decisions based on your inspiration. All right, Libra. All right, take that one. Slow and steady wins the race. This is you're taking these choices, but this is a really paced sort of thing, Libra. Long-term outcomes. That's what we're talking about. The rock, endurance, making the balance inside of here, going with the flow of it all. But you're making inspired decisions for your long-term future. And I'm going to take that one as well. Because you are the Emperor. Strong. This is a strong force. This is a strong force to be reckoned with. It's all kings put together inside of the Emperor. You are impassioned that you can get what you want inside of this situation. Slow and steady wins pace, making inspired decisions, but you're impassioned. All right, where are they right now? Okay. The Knight of Voices. So they're going to communicate clear and concisely. So this inspired stuff or this impassioned stuff and this attraction, they're going to communicate. They're communicating clear and concisely. More emails, maybe more contracts inside of there. All right. So, and they're daydreaming. They're daydreaming about the past and they're daydreaming about the future. There are emotional connections in it. We've got this 6 of emotions that we've moved on to the 7. So this is daydreaming and really wanting to connect to childhood things. This may be looking at past failures or, but really looking at future prospects. There's a little bit of daydreaming involved inside of their communication. All right, so it may come a little bit emotional, which is sort of a release from where they were. All right, one more for where they're at, Libra. That one. Hierophants. They're also at contracts. This is really strong. This is a strong relationship. This is a strong, walking to heaven's door. They really are looking at this as an inspired relationship. This is somewhere that progress is made. This is like a judge, and not judge, but he's like she in this instance here, the muse, and it's part of you, and it's part of you stepping up into the plate and making a commitment to things. And this is also again contracts and stuff. Really stepping up to the plate is where they're at. Okay, could be marriage card because it's like the marrying card, right? So that's good. Attraction, drive-driven force. They're pondering in daydreams. They're going to communicate them, and it's really to drive forward in something. What's the middle energy between the two of you right now? all right, life should be enjoyed. Life should be good. This is really strong. This is a nice, strong king, right? When we were so unsteady wins the pace, this is like really getting there. This is the king of Pentacles, and it's really getting there and being happy with everything that you've got. You're content. Like, he's a king. He's a practical king, and he can communicate that again. Oh, and the seeds that have been sown inside of the situation is where this is all sitting, like you've planted the seeds to grow some trees, to grow the fruit, right? And it's waiting for all of everything that you have sown to grow, Libra. And one more. Oh, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles sitting next to each other. Look at this. This is a very productive king and queen. We've got this is a very strong energy with you having the Emperor inside of there and them having the Hierophant. This really pushes into a real like strong union inside of here that's been planting seeds and waiting for things to grow and knows that the long term we're communicating. There's a love energy in here that sits as either it might be an obstacle, but it's a healing energy. It's really going through those emotions so that you can actually come into this zone of being in a commitment and being able to commit to a further path and a higher path inside of things. All right, but we've got this king and queen sitting inside here, and this is a real strong relationship that's fertile and actually can bring something into fruition in the real practical world. This is a power couple sitting inside of there. Oh, and star energy. Look at that. I'm going to put that over there. So here you got star energy. That's wish fulfillment. Go with the flow. Wish for fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. All right. Where's this going? All right. Where are you? Where's this energy going to flow for you? Libra. Justice. It all comes out in the balance. Right. And we're talking about balance and equator and really finding both sides of ourselves and finding that balance of everything. What you put in is what you get out. And this is really usually in good fortune. It's a karma card. All right, so what you put in is what you get out of this. Strong justice inside of here. And seeking justice, perhaps you're seeking justice for a circumstance. Oh, there's illusion. All right, so 7 of voices. We're really talking about some sort of loss and grief inside of this card. And it's letting go of stuff. Like it's letting go and going through that process. Or being able to communicate, voices. This is really sort of about illusions and struggle, that sort of thing. And struggle in communication, maybe, inside of that justice. All right, so 2 7s on the table, though. They're 2 healing energies inside of here. One's communicating their emotions, the other one's communicating their thoughts and how they're rolling through their thoughts. And that's how you get justice. That's how you feel. Maybe that's frustrating communication. All right, but you are the king of emotions inside of this, right? You are an emotional, you're attached to it, you're mature about that and how you feel about that and expressing your emotions inside of it and how things work. All right. What have they got going on? So you got a euphoria inside of this. You're struggling with the communication maybe. All right, for them, this is like they're going to find a new windfall. They're going to find a new path. That's maybe they've been waiting for this path to come along. And there's a new path, maybe a new job offer that they've been concentrating on, or there's a new outcome that's going to, really grow inside of this situation. It's a real nesting sort of card. Actually renovating, nesting. Could be moving in or moving out. Oh, but we have the Tower. Okay. All right. So this is a breakdown of foundation. This is a breakdown of everything that they've had going on. So they're going to be moving out of one thing. They've got a foundation that they've been given, right? And it's a breakaway from everything. They've got lightning change in their life. Lightning energy in their life is going to come about. All right. So they're going to break down all the bullshit out of here, and lightning energy is going to come through. Very instantaneous for them in this new spot. All right. What else have they got going on? All right. They got another 7 on the table. So we've got three 7s. That's lucky 7s on the table. But this is like emotional. This is a spiritual clearance. This is actually spiritual backburning, and it's getting rid of like old beliefs of themselves. They're getting rid of old beliefs of what other people have said about them. They're going to have this really like your strong, see the light shining from them, on them. This might bring them to their knees, but they're going to hold back that curtain and open up to the light and see themselves in a new spiritual path and a new spiritual way. And that's how they're coming with this. This is a real Anima Mundi. We're all tuning in. All right, the rock, endurance. Something with endurance, Libra still though. All right. What's the energy going forward for the two of you? Between the two of you. What can we do? 1, 2. Ooh. 3. Okay. 4 cards. What have we got? Alright, this is about dedication. This is about like them really have been like dedication to thought and communication. There's like sleepless nights inside of here. And we really have this card is about endurance, but it's about seeing that you actually have the key to the door and, you know, making that open and making it present and open. Like, there's some sort of judgment, and it's sitting there and we're judging what the worth of something is and spending the time on it. But we still have the Queen of Wands involved. So there's still something inspired inside of all of this going forward, Libra. This is a really interesting spot. So you've come through, and right now you've got like this really foundation, and it's how communications and ponderings are going on, and then the insecurity of like how this comes out inside of this. But this situation involves somebody like this is about dedication to thought, and it's about finding that dedication inside of the communication and what's going on. Like really a judgment and talent, and this is really spending this time not being afraid of yourself and not worrying about what other people want of you, and really being committed to, again, you can see that again, you can see being committed to that spirit inside of this and the strength of that inside of there. Alright, and this sort of is a sort of really abandonment, but this is an endurance card one more time. So where we put it and where we put the pennies and where we, you know, really invest in things. And so it might be about reviving something inside of here, but we've still got this woman of faith. We've still got this inspired card inside of here, Libra. So interesting. Who knows where this is going to go? It doesn't say break, but this person here is really having a tower moment. Over here, they're really going to have a breakthrough moment in here, and it's going to be a big step. All right, so maybe it's about finding the key, all right, to all of this, what the dedication is, and picking up that key for that door. All right, being inspired inside of there, because they've got a king and queen sitting here on the table, sitting next to each other. We've got the strongest card sitting here for union. It's working through the insecurities, being dedicated to trying to work out the task, and like really seeing if you can take this inspiration somewhere. I hope that resonates with you, Libra. And it would be great to hear from you. Please hit like and subscribe. Thank you for still being here. I hope that you are well and safe, and I will catch you on the flip side.